So as he got to know this guy, showed him this ring, which is a dragon. You can see that face too. He looks wrinkled too, like a wrinkled dog. But he took the ring to him and he said, "This is what was burned into my left hand, into his finger on his left hand." And he said, "I feel power coming out of it, but considering who it came from, it can't be any good." And he told him, he goes, "No, you're wrong." He said the power that it uses is the power of the intended. And he started telling him how, well, yeah, it's obviously a strong piece. Satan put it on your hand, but while you wore it, the whole time you wore it, you have his power. And he told him everything that happened, and he told him, he goes, "Do you know that you were destined to be the Antichrist? You were moving around that chessboard just like you called it. You were putting yourself in place, not you, but Satan was putting your body in place to emerge as an all-time superpower and Antichrist. But the power that you were going to be was for evil and not good." He goes, "With your intentions, this can be for good." Well, I've known him for quite some time. And even though he knows this piece can do all the good in the world, to him, it took his life away. To him. He looks at it like it took his life away. Like he lost his mother and father. To this day, he's lost his mother and father because while he has protection, he's afraid to make contact because he's afraid that Satan will go after them in his anger for having to start over again and condition another Antichrist. So even though he does know where they are, he is yet to make contact. Now, I told him he should make contact. I said, "You just need to do it safely. There's ways that this can be done." I mean, I can take Steve. Like, Steve even volunteered to go. Like, Steve will go with me. He'll go out there to Minnesota and sit with them while the guy meets him. And you know how he created the thing in the house when he was doing your transformation?
Yeah.
Because you couldn't go out and do the Judas thing because of what was going on.
Yeah.
So it had to be done here. He can do that there too. Nothing can break through that. Because when Steve did his transformation was all godly. It was able to create, like, Steve has never told them, but like I was telling you, Steve travels through, what is it, Steve? Portal dimension? How do you travel to do the classes?
Portals.
So he travels through, it's called Heaven's Gate. I hate to say that Heaven's Gate, it reminds me of that call.
Overall.
But he travels through Heaven's Gate portal, and he actually has classes, and I don't care who believes it, because I've seen his work, and you have too now. Like, you know. You felt it, you know. That's not anybody human that did what they did to you. And he actually goes through classes to deal with each individual person that he's doing a transformation for. It's how he was right about what you had, that thing you had.
Yeah.
It was, and even though I was saying, "Are you sure there's not another?" And he's like, "I'm sure. I know what I'm talking about." Because before he did you, he had a one-on-one with a real angelic being that knows you and told him everything he needed to know. So nothing about your transformation could ever be screwed up. Ever.
Okay.
Because of how he does it. I know it gets tiring for you though, doesn't it?
Sometimes.
Do you feel that they take a lot out of you or no? Or is it like a happy feeling? You gotta speak up though so they can hear you.
It's not really a happy or a sad feeling. It's a draining of energy.
But then they put it back in you to make you...
Yeah, then I have to recharge.
Okay. So, if you were to go to Minnesota, because you did volunteer too, and I do want to help him. Like, he's not for doing it, but I think if we both sat and talked with him, because he doesn't want to do it because he has fear.
I can understand.
He has fear. But he also feels that his life has been screwed up. Not that he had a bad life. He didn't have a bad life. He had great adoptive parents, but that's what they are, adoptive parents, and they love him and he loves them.
But it should have been.
But it should have been different, and he feels like he lost out on what he should have had, and so the ring for him, even though the ring itself will hold the power of God and everything that is pure and mighty.
Every time he looks at it,
he looks at it and he's unhappy. So, and he's unhappy because of the loss of his real family and all those years thinking he was abandoned behind a darn grocery, you know. But I have said that we will go there with him. Steve has volunteered to go, but I think we need to talk to him again. Because it's only out of fear that he doesn't want to go. He fears for his family because he knows how he feels being taken away from his real mother and father. He knows if he feels that way, how must his parents feel on losing their child? You know what I mean? He doesn't want to cause them any more pain or suffering.
I could also summon Michael.
Well, yeah. I mean, no, I know that's what you would do.
He kicked his butt into the pit before.
Or do you want to do Gabriel? I mean, I think when we talk to him, you go back home Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
I think he's coming out here. I think the Monday after that. I don't know if you want to talk to him then.
You could.
Like, he doesn't want any transformation. He just wants to be totally normal. But just to bring that kind of protection to the family permanently, I think would be a good idea. So anyway, back to this piece. It's sterling silver. We cannot alter this piece, no matter how much we want to. If we wanted to alter this and make sure it could never do evil again, we cannot. It is a supernaturally created piece. We cannot alter it. So this piece works according to the person. Now, I've always believed that nothing happens on accident unless you trip and fall over a phone cord. That's it. I'm serious. Why? Look at your face laughing. Why are you laughing? So I don't believe things happen by accident. Maybe this ring is meant for someone to be the Antichrist, and they buy it, and that's what they turn into if they were of evil nature. Mm-hmm. Or this ring is meant to bring you everything you need supernaturally and to be able to battle any type of evil and have what you need in order to do so. Because what I need to tell you is the people, the circles that he was moving around in, okay, when I was telling you about the lobbyists and how extremely, extremely wealthy people that you have never heard of are what pay the lobbyists to get what they want done. So, for example, let's say I'm a multi-billionaire and my aunt is dying of eye cancer. Just make one up, an eye cancer. And there's a drug on the market, but the government will not approve it, but it will instantly cure it. I would send my lobbyists over to the person that can approve it or get it on the table for approval and say, this is how much money I'm going to give you to approve this. We don't care about safety trials. We'll want it done. Or maybe I go to the company and say, give me the drug. You don't need to tell anybody. Here's the money. I do everything for my personal PA or lobbyist. And I get it done. These people can do anything. This is the type of power we're talking about with this ring. It's not a political power. It's a pure supernatural power. You use it for what you want to. The ring becomes who you are. Or you become the ring. But mainly, the ring becomes who you are. It works according to who you are. So if you are a white light person, that is what this is.
So maybe you could use it to go up against what it was intended to
Exactly. If you're a dark person, that is what this is. If you're a dual person, which 99.9 of us are, that is what this is. I know people that float around saying, I'm all of white light.
No.
Let me come up and smack you in your chops and see how white light you are then. You're going to want to hit me back. You know, no one is flying around, flipping up their skirt, showing their front hole, and being of all white light. It's not humanity. Humanity is dual nature.
I know a lot of people who do that.
Yeah, shut up. Don't even. No. Humanity is not all white light.
Never.
They're dual.
And we weren't meant to be.
Yeah, you're just not meant to be. We'll be back.